Autism self-advocates, this is for you. Stay tuned. I want to talk. Hi, my amigos. Welcome to Life with a Side of Autism. Today, I just wanted to talk about autism self-advocates. And so if you're not familiar with the term, a self-advocate who has autism would be a person who has enough skill and functioning level that they can actually advocate for their own needs, their wants, their desires. They're fairly independent. They've got lots of great skills. They're working, they're getting married, they're, having jobs, but they're still on the autism spectrum. If you, read a lot of my comments, you'll see that a lot of times I get comments from self-advocates saying that ABA is torture and that we're just trying to cure people, and Autism Speaks is trying to wipe out the whole population of people with autism. And so I just want to speak to the autism advocates out there and just let them know that, that really, really is not true. That we so respect us as parents and anybody, human beings, like you are very well respected, just like any other human being. And we feel so happy and so grateful to have your voice chiming in to what's going on in the autism community. But some of us have children that have a lot less skill than you might have. So while you're able to watch my video, form an opinion on it, type a beautifully articulated comment and leave it for me and, move around social media and Instagram, some of the people on the autism spectrum do not have that high skill level that you do. So when we talk about ABA, we're just trying to give everybody the opportunity to have as much skill and bring out their potential, their biggest, best potential that's possible, and so they can live their best life that's possible. We've been hearing a lot of people say that ABA is torture, that they got post-traumatic stress disorder from it. And, I'm just guessing that unfortunately, the therapy that some of these people got maybe, 20 years ago, 15 years ago is a lot different than therapy looks today. And there's just a lot more known about the way to treat individuals with disabilities. And absolutely, things that were done in some, like the 70s and the early 80s, like some of that stuff was just not good. But just like any field, ABA is evolving. We've had the flood of people with autism diagnosed. But I would say, people who didn't receive the best, most loving, kind treatment is the exception rather than the rule. And I've traveled the country, I've been to so many ABA schools and clinics, and I can tell you the people who are in the field, they do it because they love children, they love to help individuals, they love all individuals, they see the beauty and the uniqueness in every individual. They want to truly teach somebody skills that they can build upon and live a good life. So if you're thinking that what's going on today might be some of the things that have gone on in the past, it's just not like that anymore. I love it that self-advocates are watching these videos, and I think what you can do to help is, you are living with autism, and so chime in and let us know what helped you when you were a child, what made a difference in your life. And I'm sure that your parents were advocating for you, just like parents like me are advocating for our sons, but you're able to advocate for yourself with your own voice. There's many people on the autism spectrum who cannot advocate for themselves with their own voice, so their parents are trying to do that for them. And of course, parents, we want the best for our kids and we're trying our best. But I think how you could really impact the community is, talk to the parents about, this is what helped me, this made me successful, this is how I felt, this is how I see the world. Kind of like Temple Grandin, she's very well known for being very successful and also having autism, but she writes a lot of books and tells about, how how this experience shaped her, or how having autism made her see certain things and feel certain ways and not understand certain things. So I think that's the point of view that we would love to have from the advocates, is help us as parents. And we know there's no cure for autism, but we certainly want to give our child the best opportunity to get to the level that you're at, and through intensive, caring, loving treatment that's based on reinforcement and motivation, we really are changing lives and helping these kids have a better chance of getting to the stage in life that you are, or even halfway on the spectrum to where you are. And so for the self-advocates, I just want to remind you that ABA treatment is really looking at the whole spectrum of people with autism. And again, you're at this end of the autism spectrum. There's this whole other spectrum, and the people more on this end and towards the middle of the spectrum are really who we're trying to target and who we're trying to help. And just be aware of, while this is you and your experience with autism, think of your fellow individuals with autism that don't have the great skills that you have. And wouldn't it be great that somebody cares enough about them to teach them and give them the opportunity to get to where you are, and that cares about them enough to love them and give them the best chance for a bright future like you have. Think about everybody on the spectrum, not just the people that are kind of on your end of the spectrum. So if you're a self-advocate, again, you are articulate, you have a lot of skill, you have you're out there living your best life, you're doing a lot of things. Autism doesn't stop you from living your best life and getting married, having a job, having a career, going to college, graduating from high school, having children, all those things. But just remember that there's a lot of people on the spectrum who are nonverbal, that are not toilet trained yet, that can't voice their opinions, that can't make it in a typical classroom, that need intensive care and support to build the skills so they can have the possibility of having the full, rich life that you have. And that's all that us parents and people who are working in the field of autism are trying to do. We're just trying to help and make lives better. The whole point of ABA and ABA centers and ABA treatment and the therapy and the mandates is to help improve the lives of children and individuals with autism, and to help and support and wrap our arms around their families who are going through having a child with a disability. So just remember that the whole reason for ABA therapy and what we do is to support and help the children with autism so they have the opportunity to live the best life that we can. They're a part of the autism community, parents are a part of the autism community, and of course you are a part of the autism community. Let's all work together so we all can help the young children who are coming behind you in the path of autism live the best life that they can. We all need each other to make this work. We all need each other to wrap our arms around everybody on the spectrum. Let's be a community and work together. So my amigos, all of my amigos out there, thank you so much for joining me today in this conversation. I'd love to hear your comments. Let's keep them nice and respectful and have a conversation that is conducive to improving the community and the space. Thank you so much for being a part of Life with the Side of Autism. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see all my amigos on the next video. Bye for now.